Hello and welcome to UFL from the Sidelines, where we talk all things United Football League. Today we'll be talking about the new uniforms that just got released for all 8 teams in the UFL. And then at the end, I will be ranking them based on my opinions on each uniform. Kicking things off, we have the Birmingham Stallions. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. The away uniforms actually look not that bad, and if I'm being honest, I like the helmets quite a bit. But having all gold for the home uniform looks so tremendously awful. In my opinion, they should have kept the red for the home uniform, and then if they really wanted to do an all gold uniform, that should have been the away. But as it stands, the gold is the darkest color they have for a jersey, and that just doesn't work in my opinion. Maybe it'll look better on the field, but the images we've received don't look that great, at least in my opinion. Moving on to the Columbus Aviators, and these might be my favorite uniforms in the league. The way they did the numbers and the shoulder stripes just look so good, and the uniform looks great with the helmet. The one thing I would have added is a light blue set of pants to go with the light blue helmet, but as it stands, these are really good uniforms, and I'm really excited to see how these look on the field. Next up, we have the Dallas Renegades. Now, these are pretty much the same uniforms as what they just had last year and in previous years, but with the New Era logo slapped onto it and a new black helmet, which the black helmet looks very nice, and I think it's something they should have tried a while ago. Just maybe as an alternate, not as their primary. But either way, it looks really good. I think these are overall an upgrade, and I think they look pretty good compared to the rest of the league. Moving on to the DC Defenders, these are really good. I really like the way they've done these. I love that they finally have white pants again, and I really hope they wear those at home every now and again. I think the white helmet with the red jersey and pants looks kind of unbalanced, and if they're able to wear the white pants at home with the red jersey, I think that would look really good. I'm a bit sad that they removed the camo or marble pattern from the helmet, especially given that it's the backdrop of their photo. But either way, I think it looks really good. Next up, we have the Houston Gamblers, which I was not expecting the Gamblers to be a team in the league this year. I thought either they would keep the Roughnecks or just ditch Houston entirely, but they didn't, and they brought back the Gamblers, which I think is really cool. When it comes to their uniforms, I think the away jerseys are really good. I love the way they've done these. The home ones, I'm a bit more iffy on. The two things that cause me the most concern here are that the pant stripe and the helmet stripe don't match at all, and you have black numbers on a black jersey, which might be kind of hard to read on the field. But other than that, I like these a lot, especially the logo on the shoulders, which I really want to see on a hat or a sweatshirt or something. Overall, I think these are good uniforms, and if they just changed the color of the numbers on the home jerseys, I think these would be among my favorite in the league, and they already are. Next up, we have the Louisville Kings. Now, this is a team that I expected to have some really bad uniforms, if I'm being honest, but in all honesty and actuality, these are some pretty solid uniforms. The use of a fleur-de-lis along with the diamonds on the shoulders is really creative, and I like it a lot. I wish they did something similar for a helmet stripe. The one thing that I'm a bit concerned about is having a gray away uniform, which is something the Battlehawks also have, and I'm not sure how that's going to look. I really like the green helmet along with the all green uniform. I feel like green is a color that's not used for football teams that often, and when it's done, it's usually done pretty well. For example, when it's done, it's usually done pretty well. For example, I really like the Jets uniforms as well. I think those are really clean. All in all, I think the Louisville Kings uniforms are pretty good. I'm really glad they have that contrast of being green, especially given that no other team in the league wears green. Next, we have the Orlando Storm. Now, these uniforms personally were a big letdown. Orange and purple is a really unique color combination, especially in football, and the fact that they took that really unique color combination and made an all black uniform is really sad to me. I really like that the numbers are the colors. The numbers are orange and purple on the home and road uniforms, respectively. But I really wish that the home uniforms were orange or something, or even purple. I think that would look much better rather than having an all black uniform, especially given that Houston is also all black. Having two all black teams in an 8-team league is kind of repetitive, and I think they should have done something much more creative, especially given that they have such a unique color combination. That aside, the uniforms themselves are pretty good, and I'm excited to see what they look like on the field, especially those away uniforms. And last up, we have the St. Louis Battlehawks. Now, like DC, like Dallas, these are basically what they've had for the last couple of years, but with a few minor changes. First of all, they added the St. Louis arch on the shoulders of the players, and I think that's a really cool and unique idea. I love the way it looks, I love the way it came off, and I'm excited to see what it looks like on the field. They also kept their all gray away uniforms, which is something that Louisville is doing as well. I think these look slightly better than last year. I really hope they wear the gray pants at home every now and again because, like I said with DC, having the silver helmet and then all blue below that, it looks kind of unbalanced. And speaking of the helmet, I think the helmet is a downgrade from previous years. The wings got much smaller, and so it just takes up less of the helmet and more of the helmet looks blank. Also, it looks like they've done a chrome for the helmet, which honestly looks pretty cool in the picture, and I hope it translates to looking good on the field as well. Other than that, I like these uniforms a lot. I just wish the helmet was better. If they brought back the helmet from 2020, I think these would probably be my favorite uniforms in the league. Now, when it comes to ranking them, it was actually pretty hard because I do like a lot of these uniforms quite a bit. There are some key things that I would change, but all in all, I think most of these turned out really well. All in all, I wasn't sure what to think about New Era. I knew they did the CFL uniforms, which I like mostly, but I wasn't sure how they'd do for the UFL. I really like a lot of these uniforms, and so ranking them was difficult, but I think the ranking I've come up with is mostly representative of my opinions. At number 8, we have Birmingham. As I discussed earlier, the all gold just doesn't work for a home uniform, and I wish they'd done red instead. At number 7, I have Orlando, just because of how much of a letdown they were, given that we could have had something much cooler with orange and purple. At number 6, we have Louisville. Although I do really like these uniforms, they are another all-dark uniform, which is a struggle given that too many of these teams seem to have all-dark uniforms. At number 5, we have St. Louis. Again, I like the uniforms, I just wish they'd done something a little bit different. And number 4 is Houston. I really like how the uniforms turned out, especially given the colors they used. At number 3, we have DC. It's a classic, clean look that I think translates really well on the field. I've always liked the Defenders' uniforms, and these are no exception. At number 2 is Dallas. I was never a big fan of the Renegades uniforms before this, but the way New Era has updated them has made them one of my favorite looks in the league, and I'm really glad that that's happened. They especially look great with that black helmet. And at number 1, we have the Columbus Aviators. The Aviators have one of my favorite looks in football right now, and honestly, I'm really excited to see how they look on the field. The one thing I would change about all these uniforms is every single one, the pants are the same color as the jerseys, which all these teams have away uniforms, so they can mix and match them, but I just really wish that they would have done some contrast. Oh well, maybe it'll be like that next year. And of course, I can't do a uniform video without mourning my favorite look in all of football that just recently left the UFL, the Michigan Panthers. The Panthers had amazing uniforms and amazing helmets, and I really hope they're back soon. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about how I would fix each uniform in the UFL.